Welcome back to the build series, our spring remodel of the van, where we have been diligently working through our giant cardboard list of improvements that we wanted to make to our adventure van before our summer of travel on the road, which we are leaving for in like 5 days. So this will probably be the last build video in this series. Update on the big cardboard list. It actually got left out in the rain and it's all f***ed up now. Obviously we're devastated. That's okay because it only had 2 things left on it. One of them is to install some extra USB ports, which we'll get to today. But the last big construction building project for the van is this rear storage drawer. So we're going to be building a drawer that sits under the couch bed next to the battery that holds all of our tubular storage. Like chairs and tables. We just kind of slide them under there right now and it works. But I think we can pack it a little bit tighter if we have a proper drawer for it. And my plan for this drawer is to have something that we can pull all the way out that also functions as a table out the back if we don't want to set all of our tables up and maybe use it as a cooking surface. So we're going to build this out of plywood, pretty much the same as every other drawer we've built in the van, except for this one, I got bottom mount slides that go underneath it for the slide mechanism, and I decided to do that. I'm going to lose some vertical space, but I'm going to gain a lot of horizontal space. So instead of having to like add wood to create vertical framing and then add the width of the sliders, instead of losing width on the drawer, I'm losing a little bit of height on the drawer for these undermount ones, and they're super heavy duty. They're made for like under stair drawers, I think is what they call them. These are made by VEVOR. VEVOR, that's where they're sold. VEVOR did not send these to us, I just bought them myself. However, they have worked with us in the past. They have a tool website. It's where we got our diesel heater that we tested out earlier this winter. And so, like I said, they didn't sponsor this, they didn't send these to me. However, we do have a commission program with them from that last video. So if you are gonna buy these, do use our link in the description because it gives, it helps support the channel. But yeah, 2-day shipping. Look at that, 32-inch full length drawer slides. The pair of them has a weight capacity of 250 pounds. So this thing's gonna be a monster. I love making drawer boxes. People overcomplicate it. Now, if this had been supported by side slides, I would have built it differently with the bottom covering. Does that make sense? They usually put 1/4 inch anyway on the bottom. It would have covered the sides. But since our slides are going to support the bottom of this, I wanted 1/2 inch plywood so it's nice and sturdy, and the sides are just there to keep things from falling out the side. Nothing's going to be pushing down on them. That's our box. Oh. And it's got a lid. Okay. Got 2 in there. And I need these to be perfectly parallel. And I'm just going to use a spacer for that one. Scrap pile always provides a perfect quality spacer. Never fail. Damn. Okay. Okay, that's only got a few screws in it. I'm going to go ahead and pull it out and get the drawer on it so we can make sure that they're parallel and it closes without binding. Guys, it works. Wow. That was a long drawer. Oh, it's perfect. A big double-size table fits, as well as Asianized chairs. Our mini table fits in the corner here, and we have one chair that doesn't fit. I wish we could get a little bit more space out of it. Well, we can almost fit that right there. Maybe. Will you fit? No, it's just a little bit too wide. Maybe I can get it underneath. Something. It's close. Close to fitting all 3 chairs, but not quite. I don't think the lid will close. Let's see. With that out, chairs and table are going to fit fine. Alright guys, the rumor is that this can hold 250 pounds. I weigh less than that, but not by much. Oh! It's working! I'm not sitting on the end. No way. Yay! I'm pretty impressed with that. I've been 3D printing these handles. I used one on the drawer above the fridge in the van. You coming to check? Check on me? I'm talking to them. You want to talk to them?
About your handle?
Yeah, you like it?
I do. It's pretty magical.
Mm-hmm. Spacers. How about right there? Does that feel good? I don't know how they're going to hold up to heat. They might melt. Print another. I can switch to ABS filament. Oh, it's my dream, guys. My frickin' dream. Since the very beginning. This was part of the vision. Needs like some chains or something to hold it. That's a little too harsh on the hinges, but all right, come give it a go. Big pull, big pull, big pull. Some straps or something. Get in the chair. Mom's turn.
Mom's turn. Get on it.
Get up there, Mom.
Yes.
Ta-da! Feet off the van. Whee!
I just feel like it's gonna close.
Well, Henry's
I
working
wonder
on that.
why it feels that way.
Maybe it's
so cool.
It's really pointed downhill. I'm kind of surprised that it holds out. It doesn't lock out, you know, and I thought it would slide away.
Like, yeah.
It's got good friction.
Yeah. It's wonderful.
That's gonna be awesome. I think like having the stove out here and flipping burgers and being like, here's a burger. But you know, like those days when we're can't unfurl. Like we could cook a meal in a parking lot and not feel too terrible about it. I don't mean like a Walmart parking lot. I mean like a beach parking lot or something.
Yeah.
Put our big pooping tent right here and take a shit.
You need to strap that to the thing too.
Yeah. All right. Oh no. Let me go back in there. Jesus. Okay. Yeah, maybe we go right here. Right above the couch. Grabs that frickin' Havelock like it's just hanging on to it, bro. Unwind. Damn. All right. Perfect. Had previously run these wires in the very first version of the build, anticipating hooking something like this up over here. I made myself quite enough slack. It ought to work. Hello, Mom. Oh!
Sorry, I opened your package. I thought it was my tiny iron.
Perfect, dude.
Yeah.
New tripod. You guys can't see the current tripod, but it's comically small.
I can see it in the reflection from me.
See how tiny that is?
Yeah, we're having tiny sandwiches on the patio. We didn't make you any,
Okay.
but you're invited to come eat your lunch with us.
All right, I'm gonna hook up this one charger real quick. As you heard, Henry's out of school for summer, which means we're late getting on the road, as usual. That's all right. It's been very snowy in Colorado this year, as I understand it. A lot of the trails still have snowpack on them. Not that we're going like deep in the mountains, or high up in the mountains. Yeah, there's one. All right, let's test it before I stuff it back in there. So I should at least be able to just turn them on. Look at that. It frickin' worked. Which is perfect timing because I need to charge my GoPro battery. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Tight squeeze, but it works. Just got back from the brake shop with the van. I knew it needed some new brakes on it, and so we were going to do it before our trip this summer. And we had this rattle in the front that was driving me nuts. I don't know if it ever came through on camera, but like every time I hit a bump, it was coming from the brakes. Like you could get on the brakes and it would go away. And I knew it was either the slide pins or the brake pads themselves. Got new brakes all the way around. Stops great, much smoother stopping, and completely took care of the rattle. And I did have to replace the slide pins, but they were all able to get it all done the same day. We've been having some trouble with our air conditioning. The air conditioning works, but our vents, it's like stuck in defrost mode. It started doing this some point this winter. It's actually a vacuum problem. There's a check valve that goes bad in between a vacuum line off the engine and this like vacuum reservoir that's under the passenger dash. I don't know a ton about vacuum systems, but what I found is people bypass that reservoir and it works fine. It just might not be able to change the vent speed while we're under full acceleration. So anyway, I tracked it down. Here's my vacuum hose that runs under the hood up here. I popped it off of its original location and pulled it back through down here to the engine where it comes out. So I've got the engine cover popped open. The other end of this hose where it hooks up comes through the check valve right here. And so what I'm going to do is cut the hose on this side of the check valve and hook this up to it directly and see if our vents work. And if it does, I'm just going to drill a hole in the firewall and pass this through it and seal it up and call it good, because you have to like take the entire dash apart and like remove the wheel and take the wheel well apart to get to that reservoir back there. And I'm just okay with the fact that our vents won't be able to change which direction they're pointing while we're hitting the gas in the van. I got my dullest, most blunt object. Okay. Oh, it's gonna need to, I'm gonna need to seal that somehow. That's not gonna stay. So I am going to end up dropping the glove box here. But it's the very rare 7mm. This van's the only reason why I own a 7mm. Fun fact, you will need one to change your ignition coils. Ask me how I know. Just dropped a bolt through the open engine bay. Come on, buddy. Yeah! Tight, tight, tight. Tight seal. Do not come loose. Oh, baby. It worked! It worked, guys! I did it! That's amazing! Oh, it's cold! Oh my god, it worked! Shit, now I have to take it apart. I just want to I'm gonna drill a hole through the body is the easiest way to go ahead and route that into where I've got it here. I can't believe that worked. I'm blown away. It's probably gonna fail at some point on the trip, but we know exactly how we'll repair it. It'd be really easy. Cool! No, you're gonna jump everywhere, aren't you? Guys, we are celebrating the win of this air conditioning. So nice. And with the brakes fixed and the AC fixed, we are gonna be unstoppable this summer. Right, Paige Butt?
I need you to bring a staple gun back here.
Oh, staple gun. I'm still on tool duty. Hang on, guys. Okay. All right, give it a shot.
I think that wiggles from the looseness of the fabric.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna fall off on its own anymore when we drive around.
Yeah, I think that's on there. Ow.
Cool. All right, guys, as you can see, the rig is fully loaded down and we're about to hit the road first thing tomorrow morning. I just wanted to walk you through a bunch of little details I did because we had to get ready to get on the road and I did all this off camera. Obviously, the drawer is finished. Works great. Everyone's had a turn standing on it. I added a little latch here just to keep that from sliding out. And I just used some of our green webbing that we used for like pull handles and stuff to make a little limit strap on this so it doesn't flop all the way open. Paige and I came up with a very clever optimization system for our bedding, which now rides in this duffel. Put a bungee to keep this from falling down. I put this little net bag here that holds our hoses for the water system. I put a hat hook. I also finally closed off this little space on the side here. I was always intending to have a shelf to like store my laptop and electronics. Don't, you know, it's not my best work. I didn't have a piece. I was not cutting a new sheet of plywood. Yeah, so that was just made with scraps. So that's all boxed in. Our doors finally have straps or pulls. Come around to the inside. I don't think I ever showed this. I kind of went on a 3D printing spree and I made this little trash bag holder. It'll hold like, you know, a produce bag or like a grocery store bag. Yeah, this just has a little ring that snaps in and holds it in place and it clips off the door here. Do you want to show him Henry's spot? You worked hard on this.
Sure. So he got a mini electric guitar for his birthday, and part of the plan with that was that it would be portable, like small enough to bring with us. He also wanted a drum kit, so that tells you why this is portable. Anyway, Casey built like a holder for it. This was a team project actually, because there's some upholstery happening behind it here to keep it padded, and the neck is supported and it's all strapped in. And so this is his guitar, little cord holder here. He's got a mini amp down there. Casey put this pocket here for his iPad and kind of like whatever other flat things he's got. This spot, he hung this little hook. It's so dialed. It's just, you look at this and it's like the kid is like figured out. I don't know. It's very satisfying.
I think that's kind of it. There's just a bunch of little things. I put another hook here for a dish rag to go. This is another 3D print. I printed this Sonos holder. I just want to point out, because you and I didn't talk about this, how many f***ing trips have we forgotten to bring this speaker on?
A lot.
All of them. We bought it for in the RV. We forgot it at home on like the second time we forgot it at home. We went and bought one while we were traveling. So now we have two, and then we just keep forgetting it. We've forgotten it in every van trip so far. This one now lives in the van permanently mounted. Obviously we're fully loaded. Pantry's full. We're leaving in the morning. We're gonna be vlogging while we travel as always. However, that's not going to be on this channel. And so if you wanna know where to watch and find that, you need to make sure you're subscribed because we have an announcement video coming out really soon about where you can watch that. That's it for this rebuild. It's done. It's like done. And we will be releasing videos that we make on the road in this trip this summer on this channel as well. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.